So good morning everyone, welcome to the morning after show, the morning after the night before. And Newcastle have 2 wins on the trot. We beat West Ham 3-2 at St James's Park, carrying on our decent record against the Hammers in the Premier League. Good win, good 3 points. The performance, not so, but I'll get into that in a minute. I want to start by saying, online, there's been a lot of people straight away going straight to the negatives. And I said last week after the Burnley game, which was the first half was diabolical, I know, but saying, look, I'm not dismissing the negatives. I'm not saying that they didn't happen and that we're all good, but let's at least try and enjoy the win first. Try and enjoy and soak in the positives before we get nitpicky and analyse and fall into that trap of what the pundits say we are, as in expecting too much. So I enjoyed it. Saturday lunchtime, Saturday evening, Sunday morning now, I thought I would look at it from more of a fine-tooth comb and sort of let's pay good lip service to what actually happened. So we go 2-0 up, 2 massive slices of luck, but we're due some luck. We were the better team, we deserved it. We outplayed West Ham in the first half. They go down to 10 men. So we go into the half-time interval with not only 2 goals to our name, but probably more crucially, playing against 10 men. Now, most players, most teams, most managers look at that as an opportunity and think, okay, you know, we're in a good place here. Let's see what we can do in terms of improving our position. West Ham look vulnerable. They're clearly having an off day. We're having a good day. Let's keep our foot on the Tigers' throat and go for it. But no, now according to Steve Bruce in the media, he told his players to carry on doing what they're doing. They didn't, and there was it smacked of arrogance. A few players looked arrogant in their approach, what they were doing, were not bothering to press. Joelinton did not have a great second half, but I don't know what happened. They just backed off. Now, West Ham didn't play much like us. There wasn't a recognised proper centre forward on the pitch for the vast majority of the game. And West Ham played with Bowen, who's a winger, and Lingard as like a number 10 up front. So they're not going to be pumping balls. All right, they did score from a cross. The first 2 goals resulted from crosses, but they're not going to be pumping balls long. You know, they're not going to be playing the long game. So it's just weird why we let them have the ball, knowing full well that West Ham are a good footballing side. They like to have the ball. They like to dictate play. They like to have possession. And it's like West Ham are down to 10 men, and we just gave them the ideal conditions to thrive. The ideal conditions to get back into the game, and it's absolutely crazy. So West Ham get a goal back through some shocking defending from Federico Fernandez. Expected much better from him. And Kieran Clark gets done by a somewhat harsh handball, which wouldn't have been a handball before COVID, before VAR. 2-2. Thinking, oh my God, we've thrown this away here. How on earth have we fucked this up? Thankfully, the man, Joe Willett, comes on in place of, I think it was Sean Longstaff. Drifts into the box. Great crossing by Matt Ritchie. Buff, header, 3-2. And we see it out. So, positives are Matt Ritchie, great cross. We scored 3 goals. All right, be it the first 2 were very fortunate, but we've done well. We got the win. Negatives are that drop-off in the second half nearly cost us. And I think if Joe Willett didn't score and it was still 2-2 with 5-10 minutes left, West Ham would have won that game. We've gone from 2-0 up against 10 men to losing the game 3-2 at home. Disgraceful. If Steve Bruce did tell the players to carry on, they didn't. They need to have a long, hard look at themselves. If he told them to drop off and protect what you got, we know he needs moving on, but he needs shooting, because that my word. I know Newcastle never. It's such a Newcastle United thing to do. So typical. We never do things the easy way, but fuck me. We're not safe yet. 1 or 2 more points I think we will be. I looked at it, I thought we would beat Burnley, and I thought a draw against Tottenham or West Ham would be a good result, but we've managed to draw against Tottenham, beat Burnley, beat West Ham. I fancy us against Liverpool on Saturday purely because we play the same formation. The pace of Alan St-Maximin in behind up against that Kabak and Nat Phillips, I think will scare them to death. I think Trent's been exposed as not the best defensive fullback in the world. I think ASM could destroy him. If we can win the midfield battle, I think we'll be all right. And I think Liverpool fans, I've heard rumours about some Super League, which I'm sure is obviously Sunday night. We'll know more going into next week, but I'm sure Liverpool might be a bit uncomfortable about that perhaps, but there we go. So in the end, a good result, some good performances, some less good performances as well. I'm looking at Federico Fernandez, Kieran Clark, not their steady selves. John Joe Shelvey was a typical John Joe Shelvey performance. I'm getting a bit sick and tired of him, to be honest. Why isn't Joe Willock starting? Okay, he's good value off the bench. He's a good impact player, but he's got to offer more than John Joe Shelvey at the minute. And if you still want to keep him as an impact player, why not bring in Matty Longstaff alongside his brother? But who knows? Quick morning after show today. I've got a few things on, so I'm just going to wrap this one up quick. Good points. Worrying performance in the second half. Hopefully we can learn from this, not do it again. Obviously, if it's the manager, you got to blame him. Even if it is the manager, tell them to sit off. You've got enough characters. I'm looking at likes of Fernandez, Dummett, Richie, Clark, John Joe to a certain extent. You've got enough characters there to say, hang on lads, no, this ain't working. They're coming on strong here. We need to up the ante, stretch the game. But that's it. Right, I didn't do a Friday reflections before this game or a team review, lineup review, because I was busy. But I will do a Friday reflections probably Friday morning, I expect, on the way back from work. See what's happened throughout the week in the world of Newcastle United, and hopefully we will look good against Liverpool, and I shall see you Sunday morning after the Liverpool game. Cheers.